What's good, YouTube? Drizzy checking in once again, back with another video. And today, this is gonna be my very first custom video. Now, if you watched my last video, I was saying that I'm gonna be doing the Fragment 1 custom, and that is gonna be done on the Game Royals. Now, I did buy 2 pairs, so I already have 1 pair. I'm just gonna leave exactly how it is out the box. But this pair right here, I'm going to be doing the Fragment 1 Friends and Family custom on it, which I've seen the prices go for like $6,000 to $7,000 just for the black stamp, you know. But who's going to really pay that price? So that's the reason why we're doing this custom here. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous, but I can do it. I think I got faith in myself. So yeah, you guys will see everything that I'll do here, and yeah, let's get into it. Hopefully I knock it out the park. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
It's a hot man, go get free Barabbas if you still don't have it. I know that pillow feeling good though.
So there's a few things that we'll need in this customizing process, and the first thing we'll need is the leather preparer, which is pretty much like acetone. So if you don't have this in reach, just buy some acetone from the store. What this does is it removes any finishing layer that's already on the sneaker itself. That way when we lay down the new paint, it will stick properly. So next up, we'll need flat black paint. Now, I have watched a couple customizing videos and everybody seems to be using this one, and they said that this works better than getting the regular paint because that seems a little too glossy. So definitely recommend getting the flat black paint. Next up is duller. I don't think I'll be needing this. Usually this is more so if you don't have a flat base paint. Like if you were just to get a regular one, then you would be able to add a little bit of duller to it. So I guess we'll just eye it out and see how it goes from there. So yeah, and last but not least, we'll need the acrylic finisher, which is pretty much going to seal the layers of paint that we put down on the shoe. That way it'll be able to be durable and it won't crack or anything like that. And of course we'll need cotton balls and paint brushes. I got people watching and waiting on me to fall. If I do, they gon' let everyone know. So before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and remove the shoe trees, the laces, and then also the insoles.
Now everybody wanna sing along. The choir members all tatted. Not a shame my daddy is a pastor. And everywhere I turn I see people dying. Inside is really hurting me. Car accident last summer. Only thing that I lost was my Mercury. God keeps giving reasons. I'm not ashamed that I believe.
Now we're gonna go ahead and begin to prepare our leather with the leather preparer, and along with a few cotton balls.
Special effects so bad. Everyone's after a second. If not, then they overreact so they don't understand. I gotta remind myself I don't do this for them. Being lovers never in the plan. I'm okay all by myself. I don't need another friend, man. Forget all that extra stuff. Almost done and I still haven't said enough. I be chilling with Ribby and Mordecai, so just know that my show isn't regular. I'm just trying to move out of America. It's because I'm...
So one thing I noticed when using the acetone or the leather preparator, it seems like a little bit of the paint starts to get onto the midsole, and some of it actually got onto the toe box right here, but I was able to get it up. But anyways, probably taping it up would be a better option just to avoid, you know, having any issues with that, unless, I mean, you're just really careful with how you use the acetone. But this is my first time, and yeah, that's just something that I noticed, so I thought I'd give you guys a heads up on that.
I love her, passed in the matter, and she gon' repeat it. Gave Polly a cracker, never in the dress, she was so impressed.
So now that we went ahead and prepared the leather, we're gonna go ahead and move on and begin to paint. So before we start, let's go ahead and shake up the paint. All right, now let's get it.
Cover it up so that no one sees. Yeah, dress it up and make it real for me. Cover it up so that no one sees. So that no one sees. Yeah.
I haven't really been talking as much as I thought I was gonna be, but really I had just been trying to focus on the shoe. I did make a mistake earlier. Well, I made a few mistakes, nothing too serious, nothing really noticeable, but definitely something that I can improve on the next time I do a custom. But really it's just about having patience and looking for details. Right now I'm finishing up the third coat. I think this is going to be the last one, but then I'm going to come back with the smaller brush, probably with like this brush right here, and then begin to do like the trim, also the shoelace holes, and then the trim on the side right here. So we almost there, we almost done. So about to bust it out.
Yo, I was thinking about it all. A penny for the thoughts, a Lincoln inside a jaw. Gotta save up the change, sinking but trying to floss. Mingle with all the bras, but lingering by the cross. Oh no. Half stepping, but try walk it out. Talk fly, but ashy Larry with the cotton mouth. When it come to praising the poppy up in the poppy house, keep it a bean like a coffee sprout. I don't know what eyes on. I won't thinking about the cast out. All on the biddies, foolish, fickle, and fragile. Thank God he nimbled the pen and kept it agile. The old track files and innovated the rap style. Yeah, we pay attention to the red letters.
So now that I'm finished with all the coats of paint on the shoe, I'm going to go ahead and begin to put 2 layers of finisher. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of duller just to make sure that the finishing product of the shoe doesn't look too shiny. So let's go ahead and mix these up together. On the label it says to add about 10% of the duller.
Coke worthy, the flow dirty as Flint water, ripping off top like Hulk Hogan and that.
Hopefully that's enough to cover the shoe. It's supposed to be really light, so shouldn't take that much to cover it.
The beams in the rows of the gleam for the ghost. It's cold red like the rings on the stove. Wasn't worried about the king of the soul. You don't hear me though. Yeah, a touchdown when he touched back. All I got is the bars, the Bible, and the rucksack. And I'ma bring the king with me everywhere I spit. Dumb rounds, it's God speaking when I Arabic. Hey yo, Satan.
If I was you, I wouldn't like me either.
You chased the crown but could never pay for the price of sneakers.
Now we're at the part where we're going to go ahead and add on the Fragment logo. Now I did get these off of Shop Vintage, which is Sophie's website. If you're into customs, then pretty much should know who that is. But I will be leaving the link for that down below. In case you want to do this custom, you'll be able to get them off of her website.
Hot things are hot, hard things are hard. Gold things.
Next, we're going to go ahead and remove the parts of the logo that we want to be showing.
I'm a problem and they know it. They don't really want to see me blow up. Mama told me to ignore it, cause can't nobody stop what God ordered. Hallelujah.
Now that we have that removed, we're going to go ahead and get our transfer paper out.
Know that I believe in the Lord, but don't think that I won't show it.
Now we're going to apply the transfer paper onto the stencil. So now that I have the stencil onto the transfer paper, we're going to go ahead and remove the white backing. So now that we removed the white backing, this is the part where we go ahead and put the stencil onto the shoe. Now a trick that I've seen is by counting the threads, the stitching on the midsole. So that's how I was able to line it up. Even though at the end of the day, pretty much all it is really eyeing it. So just trying to find the best spot for it to line up. So now that we have the stencil on here, we're going to go ahead and remove the transfer paper and then begin to apply 2 coats of paint. So earlier I mentioned that we were going to be doing 2 coats, but actually we're going to be doing 5 coats. And after each coat, we're going to go ahead and use a heat gun. So make sure that you grab one of these because these will be needed. Also, you want to make sure that the coats are heavy just to make sure that it sticks on correctly. Now we're gonna go ahead and take off the stencil. Just be careful while you take it off because it can remove paint. So just be careful when you're doing that. Hey, look at that logo. So that about does it for this custom video. This is my first video. Let me know what you guys think about them. I was pretty nervous. I don't know, I think I did a decent job for it to be my first time. Next time I'll know some things that I could do better on, but I think I did pretty decent for my first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on feet real quick so you guys can see how they look. And if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, be sure to click on the subscription button down below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
I got a few fans who no longer support me cause a quiet, unwoke white folk is what I won't be. People killed like animals on video, they stay quiet. Animals killed on video, they start a riot. Must I remind you, Jesus was a dark-skinned man publicly murdered. He ain't never deserved it. The Pharisees sat by and watched while he hurting. That's why I see the Savior when I look at Mr. Sterling. Make America great again, I'm like which version? We talking pre-slavery or post. We talking about before or after women could vote. We talking about this land before or after we stole it. This isn't anti-patriotic. I'm just telling the truth. Y'all want to change the topic? Man, stop it. It's clear that we still got a problem. But until we admit our past, there's no way the future can have progress. And I'm just cleaning out my closet, getting rid of everything that's toxic. My train of thought, thanks for taking the ride. Where do we go next? Well, let's keep it a surprise like,